Cheryl,
Yes.
43, Chattarelli at 43. So this just came out today. Massive, massive poll, the type of things that you just haven't seen. And for people who think that it's impossible, look, Governor Christie did it in just 2009. Now, that was a different sort of political epoch, a different political era, different kind of candidate. But New Jersey has gone red in gubernatorial races in recent history. And it functions very similarly. Scott, let me ask you this question that I was chatting with somebody about it. Do you think that New Jersey kind of functions like Pennsylvania a little bit when it comes to voting patterns?
A little bit. I think there is a difference between federal elections and state elections. And some of the
Fair?
people that were going to be a straight D ticket for Kamala Harris and Democrats in a federal election, well, some of those Democrats are willing to vote Republican, especially when it comes to these sky-high property taxes that we have in New Jersey and the electricity prices that continue to go up and to impact working class families. And so really, PA and NJ, they share 1/4 of the same border together. And I think it's very interesting that, yes, they may in federal elections vote straight D, but this is our opportunity in a quote unquote off year election for gubernatorial that some of those Democrats we can bring on over to vote for Jack Chattarelli for governor.
And that's something too. When you've got the economy being a top issue, then this becomes a huge issue for the party in power. For the party in power to say, "Oh, well, the economy isn't good, but we also need to keep supporting us." It's a very hard argument to make. Joe Biden wasn't able to make it. Kamala Harris wasn't able to make it. And I think in this case, in New Jersey, the Democrats aren't going to be able to make it either, are they?
No. Well, this is a trifecta state government. So Trenton Democrats are in power and have been in power, especially under lockdown Phil Murphy. And I want to be clear to anyone that's on the fence.
Lockdown Phil.
Lockdown Phil. Mikey cheating scandal Cheryl. She is no different than Phil Murphy. She's Phil Murphy 2.0, just not in a suit. This is the woman that made $7 million on stock trades while being in Congress. This is the woman that voted against the Laken Riley bill. This is the woman who wouldn't even acknowledge Charlie Kirk and in fact said degrading things about him. This is the woman that is going to continue Phil Murphy's legacy, if you want to even call it that. So you vote for Mikey, you're going to get more of the same. You're going to get more offshore wind, which is unpopular, higher property taxes, which is unpopular, higher electricity prices, which is unpopular. You're not going to get school choice, which is popular. You're not going to get medical freedom, which is popular. And so therefore, the voters only have one choice in this election, and that is Jack Chattarelli for governor. But, Jack, we must vote down ballot because Jack can only do what he can to legislate if he has a legislature that's Republican and actually can pass his bills and put them into law.
That's exactly right. And I loved, I forget who had the write-up of it the other day, but they said that Mickey Sherrill is basically the Kamala Harris of New Jersey. I love that. So the Kamala Harris of New Jersey. It's so perfect. A limousine liberal who she goes on with Charlemagne the God, and she can't even tell you how much money she's made off of insider congressional trading. Saying, well, was it 7 million or was it 8 million? I can't remember. I'm just not sure. It's completely ridiculous, especially you go on a show like that. You got to have an answer to the most basic questions. And she's, attacking conservatives and just going all over the place. She seems to me, and specifically with that answer, Scott, you really don't always, especially a lot of Democrats these days, they typically seem to be doing better at media. She came across to me as so uncharismatic and so aloof and so just, I got to say, like Kamala Harris. She just seemed like Kamala Harris, just one of these candidates who's got no time for anyone who's got an issue and is frustrated with you for even answering the question. You know what I mean?
And she even had the gall, Jack, to attack me on social media. And when she did, it was hilarious because she got ratioed into oblivion, especially after I replied to her and called her her real name, which isn't Mikey cheating scandal Cheryl. It's actually Rebecca. And Rebecca, you're not even from New Jersey, you're from Virginia. And on Tuesday, November 4th, 2025, we're going to make sure that Rebecca, Mikey cheating scandal Cheryl, never gets anywhere close to the governor's mansion.
Are we saying that Becky from Virginia is trying to take over New Jersey? Oh, I don't know about that Becky from Virginia. No, I'm not so sure about that Becky from Virginia trying to sneak in there. And by the way, the cheating scandal, I spent the entire day with the Navy yesterday down with the fleet. And, I don't usually speak with as a prior Navy intelligence officer. It's just not something I try to use in my day-to-day parlance. But, when it comes up, it comes up. And as to say that, look, people knew in the 94 cheating scandal, which obviously wasn't there, it was a huge scandal. They still talk about it to this day within the United States Navy. There's a huge black eye for the Navy. It was a huge black eye for the integrity of those officers. And it really came down to be something that said, you know what? This class of people has gotten way too powerful in our Navy, and they've gotten so far removed from the deck plates themselves. If you want an officer to be of the highest standards, you need that also from your elected officials. They need to be sacrosanct. And by the way, this whole spin about, oh, she was protecting others, then why not release the records? Then why not just release your records and show us that you didn't cheat? It's really simple. Becky Mickey Sherrill from Virginia. If you didn't cheat, why not just release your records? But she won't. She won't release the records. Her records are sealed. By the way, her husband, who was caught up in the whole thing as well, he won't release the records. They've got a lawyer. I don't understand. It's real simple. You got a problem. You got a way to fix it. She could release the records today. She could release them right now.